Did you hear that Hillary Clinton is, I think this is real. Hillary Clinton is going to be a professor at Columbia. Could you imagine going to a class and you sign up? What is she going to teach? Like political science? I don't know what she'll teach, just how to be a boss. But could you imagine going into a class and you're like, oh, no, who's the professor?
Oh
And you're
God.
like, is that Hillary Clinton?
Oh no, no, no. I think I'd have to go to a different
Mm.
school. I have to
I tell you this, I'd show up to class every day. I'd be like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. There would be no mention on her on YouTube. This is a woman that does not play. Former Secretary of State, two-time. This is via town hall, so they're going against her. Two-time failed presidential candidate Hillary Clinton will join Columbia University as a international and public affairs as a professor. Welcome to our community. The former Secretary of State and First Lady will be a faculty member. And my first takeaway from this is that the when we talked about the democratic process of the party, they infiltrate and control everything. The universities on lockdown, entertainment on lockdown. You would never see a pro-Trump anything on any corporate media, entertainment, movie, or outlet. Never. That'd be the end of it, whatever studio that released that. They control education. They control big tech. Isn't it? It's just amazing to see how good they are at control. What would you think if you walked in and you saw Hillary Clinton? As obviously you would know beforehand, but you were like, oh, you signed up for this class. You're like, oh, this is Poli-Sci 101. Who's the professor? Hillary C. That's not the Hillary C. That's not Hillary Clinton, is it?
Man, you're gonna get me in trouble. I just can't even say anything. I can't even say anything, man. Anything I want to say is probably illegal.
What if I know we have to be careful, but what my first question, what
no.
what if you're an intro, Poli-Sci 101, and Hillary's like, hey, I'm Hillary C. You know me. She's a boss. She don't even have to introduce herself. You know me. Let me get to know all y'all. What kind of questions do you have for me? How do you feel? And you raise your hand. And you're like, did Jeff unlive himself, or was that something else? Could you imagine being in the class and somebody having the gall? Who knows? College is where you're supposed to have rebels, and you'd be like, hey, you know what happened with Jeffrey and that island? How about your husband? Was he a part of any of that? Could you imagine being in a class with that? That'd be probably the end of your career before it starts. Scary proposition. What about if I went into that class? I have all this stuff on record on YouTube right now. And somebody comes in and says, hey, miss, the brown noser. Mm-hmm. You're talking about politics. Politics is just like the brown nosing Olympics. Hillary C., this dude right here was calling you out on a video on YouTube. Like, that's how crazy things would be. The boss lady herself.
Yeah, I see. My problem is my mouth would get me on that list real fast. Like I could be in there. From the Epstein, I bring up Danny Williams. Like, so why wouldn't you let him have anything to do with his black son? Yeah, Bill Clinton has a black kid.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, you keep any hot sauce in your bag for him?
Oh.
Is that what you do?
And then if you to say that, then nobody could laugh. You better have a straight face, because you laugh, you're gonna be in this gulag with the other person. That'd be wild.
I'm gonna be on the list, man.
Casual Goat.
I'm not suicidal.
Casual Goats is like, here's the class. Getting Away with Unliving 101 by Professor Clinton. Getting Away with Unliving 101 by Hillary C. I'd be taking notes, that's for sure. I mean, you've got Hillary C. as a professor. Why would she need to be a professor? Like, seriously, why would she need to be a member of faculty anywhere? She's just a boss.
And talk to her about, or ask her about how proud she is about getting the slave trade restarted in Libya.
Ooh, that's a good one. Comic Dave Smith talks about that a lot. I'm not an expert in that topic, but that would be it. I mean, isn't that a fair discussion, right? That would actually be on topic. I mean, you couldn't do it, but there's a lot of elephants in the room from her time as Secretary of State that are fair topics to talk about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, we can get into uranium one. Oh, there's so much we can talk about where all the Clinton Foundation money really went. The abuses of the Clinton Foundation, just the abuses of her husband.
Woo.
What it's like to turn a blind eye to child diddling. Yeah, all kinds of things are, yeah, I'm gonna be on the list.
Yeah, and I mean, isn't that really a possibility of it happening? Like a kid going in the class and then you pop out your cell phone and say, hey, go ask her. And you know for a fact it will go viral, millions of views. I mean, that's really a possibility. I think she's not going to be a professor. She's just there to get on the payroll and control ideology. There's no way, because that would be putting her at risk. Here's the tattoo. This is real. He has, and he kind of dolled her up for the picture too.
Ooh.
Like, that's not normal. Why would you have a dolled up Hillary Clinton tattoo on your arm?
That's dolled up. That looks like an undead version of Hillary Clinton. Ugh. Which is, I guess, really kind of the regular version of Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, she always looks like that now. I don't know why. It's just maybe her demeanor. But this happened back in 2017, I think. On Instagram, Pete Davidson said, wanted to get Hillary Clinton a Christmas gift, so I got a tattoo of my hero. Thanks for being such a badass and one of the strongest people in the universe. Heart. Hillary responded, thanks, Pete. This makes it significantly less awkward that I've had a Pete Davidson tattoo for years. But seriously, I'm honored. Merry Christmas, my friend. What? Yo. I'm not making any allegations, but that's not a normal conversation.
No, I think he needs to go back and have that thing touched up so that they can add her holding a glass of giant balls of phlegm. Where she regurgitates that giant ball of whatever it is, a lizard egg, whatever that is that she packed up. It was it was gross.
Labor Day. When we were trying to figure out where we could be, we all said, let's go to Cleveland. And I want to thank Congresswoman Marcia Fudge for hosting us. I've been talking so every time I think about Trump, I get allergic. Boy, we have 63 days to go. Well, thank you. Whoa. Well, you just heard the next vice president, didn't you? In addition to thanking Marcia Fudge, let me also thank your great Senator Shinta Brown. Also, excuse me. Also, two other great members of Congress, Tim Ryan and Joyce Brady. And your mayor, thanks to Mayor Jackson. And I hope that Ohio will send Ted Strickland to the Senate. Now, behind me are some of the great labor leaders of our country. Randy Weingarten, Lee Saunders, Rich Trumka. I'm proud to be on the same stage with them because they're always fighting for working families. Now, once I get over my allergic reaction, let me say that we're here in part because we know how important this election is to Ohio. It's not just, as Tim said, that Ohio is one of those battleground states you hear about every 4 years. It's that Ohio represents everything that's great about America and all of the challenges and the opportunities that we face. That's why this election is critical to every person in this state. And what I want to emphasize is I know we can't face our problems alone. We have to work together. We believe we are stronger together. And that is